Let's talk about the fallification of your summer pieces. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zabs and I love all things fashion and handbags. Today's video is all about transitional weather outfits and how I like to style a few of my favorite summer pieces in a way that makes them more fall appropriate or just more weather appropriate for the colder days. That way I don't have to say goodbye to all my favorite summer pieces at the end of August. I am very excited to hear your guys' thoughts on some of these pieces that I'm sharing, but I'm gonna start off with my favorite one, which is in #1 spot, white linen pants. I have to say I absolutely love white linen pants because on an everyday basis I find them very versatile and easy to style up for more formal occasions and very easy to also style them down for the beach or going to a picnic. Also, I find them very good for traveling. They're excellent when walking around if you want to avoid chafing rashes if you're doing a lot of walking. All that to say, my white linen pants have been a great staple for my summer outfits, but that doesn't mean I want to give them up as soon as fall rolls around. At the same time, I don't want to dress like I'm clinging on to summer during fall. I kind of enjoy having all my outfits be weather appropriate, season appropriate, all those kinds of things. One of my favorite ways to style linen pants for fall is a baggy knit sweater. If you want to stay neutral, then go with a beige sweater or a navy blue sweater. Those would go perfectly with linen pants, and of course it would create a very timeless and elegant look. But if you intend to have a little bit more fun with your outfit, then definitely go with a colorful top. You could color block and go with a single color sweater, or you could do pattern sweaters. Across the board, I have never seen a linen pants sweater combination that I didn't like. The shoes are also an important styling element in your outfit here because if you go with some flip-flops or sandals, that does tend to make your outfit look a lot more summery. But you could go with more fall shoe options. On maybe a dry day, I would definitely go with some ballet flats. If it's a little cooler, then maybe some loafers would look nice. If you have a lot of walking to do, then some slim sneakers would be very pretty with linen pants, like Adidas Sambas or any other types of slim sneakers. The reason why I say slim sneakers is because I tend to wear my linen pants with slimmer sneakers. I don't really like them with chunky dad sneakers, but that's not to say you can't do it. I think I've seen a couple of outfits like that. I'll try to insert photos for inspiration for all the pieces that I'm talking about, but yeah, that's how I envision this outfit for fall. And then to top it all off, you could use some accessories like maybe a bandana or maybe a little scarf tied around your waist. Anything to add a little bit of an extra touch and personalize the outfit a little bit more to your taste is always perfect. If you want to keep it more fall appropriate, I would just go with a bit more muted tones, like instead of a bright orange, maybe go with a brick tone, or instead of a baby blue, go with a little bit more of a, I need to find the perfect name for this kind of blue, but I have this kind of muted blue that I love so much, and I do actually have a bandana in that color. But yeah, there's gonna be lots of color options for fall too, and it's just a beautiful time. It's not to say that fall needs to be the neutral season where everyone's just wearing brown and beige and gray. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying when it comes to fallification of your summer linen pants, then maybe you want to go with more typical fall pieces, is what I'm trying to say. All that aside, there are of course limitations for linen pants. Don't wear them on like crazy rainy days because it might really badly stain linen pants, but you be the judge of that. Depends on where you live and your climate and everything. I think I'd be able to wear my linen pants into October in Vancouver. In our second category, we have another pair of bottoms, and that is capris. Now, I know you guys feel a type of way about capris. I've gotten many comments about capris on all my social platforms, honestly. A lot of people say they don't like it because it's not short girl friendly. There are certain body types that don't vibe with capri pants, and you are valid in all your feelings about capri pants. I'm just sharing them because I like wearing capris in the summer, and so is it an easy transitional weather piece for me? Yes. So that's why I had to give it a shout out in this video. In case you do own capris and you like them and you would appreciate ideas of how to style them into fall, I'm here for that reason. So here's the thing, my capris are just black soft capris. They are a little bit on the sporty side, so I felt the need to sort of dress them up a little bit with my tops. One of my favorite ways that I've worn them is with a wool knit t-shirt sweater. I know t-shirt sweaters are a little bit of a on the fence type of item. Like, do you wear it in the summer? Do you wear it in the winter? Like, it's short sleeve, but it is wool. Spring and fall, guys, it's for spring and fall. And that is one of the outfits that I wore in fall in Korea, and I had such a great time styling my capris. That is what gave me the inspiration to include it in my list today. Another way I like to style capris into fall is with maybe a crop jacket that cinches the waist. The thing that makes capris a little bit less versatile for styling into fall compared to, let's say, white linen pants is that you kind of have to be careful with the silhouette of the top that you pick. It has to be flattering, so to say. You can't just go with the most big oversized type of sweater. I feel like with capris you could definitely pair a nice boxy sweater, maybe crop jackets, and maybe a more fine knit sweater, but you can't go with the chunkiest, baggiest pieces, if that makes sense. Don't feel bad if you don't like capris. You absolutely do not have to adopt them into your wardrobe. Not every trend is for everyone, and that is totally fine. Next, we have more of a category rather than an item or a garment, and that is not basic basics. For me, when it comes to styling an interesting outfit, there are multiple routes you can take. You could layer, you could accessorize, you could color block, or you could have not basic basics. And in this category is where I partnered with Lily Silk to show you guys a few of the pieces that I'm talking about. For summer to fall, I really don't like overcomplicating my looks, so tops and bottoms that look classic yet elevated is kind of a perfect combo. I think the key to making basics feel special is choosing pieces with beautiful fabrics and thoughtful details. Pieces that feel amazing to wear and can become true wardrobe staples. This silk asymmetric top can elevate a pair of jeans, or it could be dressed up with a skirt. The off-shoulder detail and gathered side adds such a feminine feeling to the garment, while the silk just reflects the light in the best way. Made with stretch charmeuse silk, it has that signature liquid sheen of silk while still offering comfortable stretch for everyday movements. Next is an off-shoulder silk cashmere top. This is the kind of light knit sweater that cooler fall days call for. Literally the easiest top in the world to style. It's simple, it's form-fitting, and I can see it quickly becoming my go-to for easy outfits. The silk cashmere blend makes it feel soft and lightweight, giving you just the right amount of warmth for transitional weather without it feeling too heavy. Or if you want to lean more into the fall vibes while still keeping a touch of summer, this brushed cashmere sweater in this lilac color is the perfect touch. I love styling it in an unexpected way with a baggy pair of jeans. The yarn is this gorgeous two-tone material, so it adds dimension when you actually take a closer look. And because it's made from 100% brushed cashmere, it has this incredibly soft, cloud-like texture that feels luxurious directly on the skin. The seamless knit construction also helps create a relaxed silhouette while maintaining a beautiful shape. And I love wearing it and touching it as it's so soft. And last are these pleated silk linen blend trousers. They are the perfect fall staple. You guys know I love an academic look, so styling it with a button down is one way to do it, or dressing it down a bit with a white t-shirt and flip-flops is a cute end of summer look too. The silk linen blend combines the softness of silk with the breathable texture of linen, making it such an easy piece for summer to fall transitions. The point is to invest in beautiful, high-quality pieces that you can mix and match endlessly to never run out of outfits. Now let's get back to our list. Also, side note, please excuse the shifting shadows on my face because I'm filming around like close to sunset time, so all the weird light effects are going to be happening today, so it is what it is. For number 4, I wrote down fisherman sandals. I know that in my first category I said the shoes are kind of important. It's the distinction between like a fall outfit or clinging to summer kind of outfit. Fisherman sandals, I feel like, are the epitome of transitional weather shoes because it's formal in the front but a party in the back. It's sort of a closed-toe shoe and the back is more of a open sandal type of thing. I guess it depends on the fisherman sandal. Mine has the woven detail at the front, but it's like a very closed toe. You can't see my toes at all. Very much looks like a loafer. I simply love this type of shoe for spring and for fall, especially for fall, because it's just like a soft touch that your outfit needs before it goes full fall winter, if that makes sense. So for this kind of styling, I would say wear your fisherman sandals with some nice jeans, wear them with some light knits, crop jackets, trench coats, and on colder days / rainy days, I have worn them with socks. I know socks and sandals is like a taboo. Sometime in history, in fashion history, we decided that we absolutely hate anyone that wears socks with sandals. I have worn socks with sandals. I genuinely have. I'm not trying to be super avant-garde. I just find it cute, you guys. Sometimes the outfit works with socks. By the way, do you see my hair moving a little bit? It's because it's very warm in here, and even though I'm wearing such a light linen shirt, I have my fan going. This thing is a godsend. It's so good. Costco, guys. Pack of 2. Like $35. Ironic that I am filming this kind of transitional weather outfit while I'm absolutely boiling in my apartment, but we are preparing for the future. Anyway, fisherman sandals, they're a good one for fall. Definitely consider it. Next, in 5th place, we have florals. Don't leave your florals behind, guys. If you have some fun patterns that are, for the most part, very summery, there are ways to make them more fall appropriate. One of my favorite ways is just to wear something unexpected with it. Kind of like the linen pants situation. In the fall following categories, it's all about wearing something super unexpected with said summer piece. So if you have a floral piece, let's say it's a floral button up or some kind of shirt, you could just wear it and then have a sweater over your shoulders for extra layering, for extra warmth, and it still passes the vibe of autumn while still having a touch of summer. I like that personally. If you have a floral tank top, for example, I have a floral tank top that I wear with midi skirts or flare jeans, and I just love wearing it well into fall. I don't think it's just for summer. It's a vintage piece. I love it so much, and I think it's too good to just wear it for a short season in summer and then part ways with it, put it in the storage until the following year. I actually think it's very Y2K or like even 90s to wear florals into fall. I might be prejudiced because I know that I get all my Y2K and 90s aesthetic inspo from rom-coms and old magazine photos and stuff, so it's not like 100% accurate or representative of what normal people wore, but yeah, in my mind it works, definitely works. For number 6, we have something in the same breath, and that is kind of knee-length skirts that are very summery. They can actually be styled for fall, and I have experimented with this myself, so I am telling you guys from experience. I'm not just preaching it randomly. I have a number of vintage skirts that I purchased off of Depop and Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace. Love them. Also, they sort of fit into my previous category of floral patterns. I think wearing them with heavy knit sweaters has always served me right. Like, I have worn them with boots and a sweater, and it goes so perfectly. The juxtaposition itself creates a point of interest, makes the outfit a little bit unexpected, a little bit more cool, a little whimsical. It's like, is this person aware that they're wearing a floral fun color skirt? Yes, they are. They're intentionally doing it for fall, because fall isn't just about wearing plaids and, I don't know, stripes. You can do other types of things. So yeah, that's why I'm saying if you have a fun summery skirt, you can definitely wear it into fall, okay? And I'm not just talking about a denim mini skirt or anything like that. I'm talking about like proper patterns and everything, okay? And I will insert more photos. I also love to do a 3/4 sleeve shirt with this type of skirt that I'm describing, a tight knit sweater, and yeah, I will try to insert more photos of me, of Pinterest ladies, of all kinds of inspo. In number 7, we have summer dresses. This one, you guys, gonna be honest, I have still not tried it myself, but wearing dresses over pants, what a great way to bring your summer piece into fall with you. I think I said the exact same thing last year. This is so shameful, but I have yet to try it myself. And you know what's funny? I have the exact pieces that I want to experiment with, and I have the image in my head, and it looks fantastic. If it comes to life the way I'm imagining it, I'm gonna love this, and I'm gonna kind of hate myself for not trying it sooner. But yeah, if you guys have certain dresses that, for example, let's just say I have this dress. It's a linen brown polka dot dress, and it has like a bajillion buttons down the front. If you have the patience to unbutton a lot of the bottom half and then wear a nice pair of jeans underneath, not too baggy, maybe something like a boot cut, maybe a straight leg, and then leave the dress to kind of flow around you when you walk around, that is an excellent movement piece. I love a nice movement piece in an outfit, whether it's fringe or a skirt or a scarf that you wrap around your waist, whatever it may be. If it flows, if it moves, if it drapes, it's whimsical, it's magical, and it's feminine, and why not? Let's work with it. And when I say feminine, I don't mean that men shouldn't do it. Also, I feel like men have styled tartan skirts over pants a number of times already. I've seen it in fashion week photos. Love it. Big fan. Anyway, moving on. You get the point. Wear your skirts in fall. Wear them over pants. Wear them over whatever. Just as long as you're layering them, you're gonna stay warm and it's gonna be weather appropriate. Number 8, and the last thing I have on this list, is kind of more of another category. It's not an item, but I would say any texture / detail that you associate with summer, bring it into your fall outfits. It would be fun. For example, if you have open work knit ponchos or sweaters, wear them for fall. If you have to layer, that's okay to make it more wearable, but having that element just adds a little bit of fun in my opinion. So eyelet tops, you know, the type of tops that have these kind of like coquette cottagecore collars, or maybe just the edges of the top has eyelet details. That is most typically associated with summer and spring outfits. But if you wear it for fall, maybe wearing it with some boots, maybe layering it with a sweater, it just adds a little bit of cottagecore to your outfit. And I think that's what it is. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like cottagecore and coquette is just having a touch of spring and summer in your outfit year round, regardless of how cold it is or whatever. They don't retire their summer blouses as soon as the season's over. They start to just incorporate into their winter pieces through layering or through however else. That's my last item on the list. If you have something with a texture or a pattern or lace, for example. Lace is also something that's mostly associated with the summer and spring seasons, but layered under your winter pieces could look very chic and very cute. Under a big knit sweater, for example. And a lot of people were doing it last year. Nightgown-esque pieces under a sweater, layered over pants. Very pretty, very chic. And it kind of gives a vibe of like, I don't care where this thing is meant to be worn, I'm wearing it like this. I hope this list inspired you guys to incorporate more of your summer pieces into your fall pieces. Transitional weather is always so fun, and I feel like these are the reasons that makes it so fun, because you get to be a little bit more creative with your pieces. You bring in more layering, you bring in stuff from different seasons, and it just kind of works all together. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!